Welcome to New Biz Buzz. My name is Leon Thomas, the host of the show. And New Biz Buzz is the show where we talk about businesses that are new, unique, or do something to help society. I'm Leon Thomas. You're about to watch New Biz Buzz. Here we go. Welcome to another episode of New Biz Buzz. I'm Leon Thomas. You can watch New Biz Buzz every week on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. New Biz Buzz. We talk to folks that run businesses that are new, unique, or do something to help society. And today, let's bring in our guest for today. Our guest for today is Dr. Brenda Boston Hudson. She is the CEO and founder of the Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation. Brenda, it's great to have you here today. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Leon, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. It's our pleasure to have you on the show. So you and I met over the phone about 2 weeks or so ago. You were introduced to me. I was introduced to you. We were connected through Mike Weiner, someone who runs a networking organization called NRG, Network Referral Group. So I guess the idea of networking worked, huh?
Oh, indeed it did. Indeed it did. And I'm so happy to connect with not only NRG, but all of the beneficiaries of this group. And you are one of them.
Well, great. Thank you. It's great to meet you too. So tell us about the Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation. Tell us about it, how it got started, and what your goals are, what you strive to do.
Well, I'll begin here, Leon. The Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation Incorporation was founded by my mother in 2016, who I retired, moved back home, Jacksonville, Florida, to actually take care of her after she became ill. I needed something for mom to do while I was completing my doctorate degree. So we pulled together a team, and mom actually founded her foundation. Why? Because she was an advocate of education. She had a passion for education, and it started right here in our home. Mom was never our mom singularly. Mom was the mother to all of the children in the neighborhood. She encouraged them. She gave them tidbits, how to reach for the sky. Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation was founded because of her passion, and we wanted to continue her legacy even after she passed away. She did pass away in August of 2019. So the board of directors, along with myself, we are continuing the legacy of my mom, the Dr. Barney Boston.
Great. Now, what a way to continue a legacy by having a scholarship foundation. And one of the things that you mentioned when we met each other, and you touched on it here, that your mother was not only your mom, but she embraced others in the neighborhood. And
Indeed,
you
she
were
did.
telling me that everyone looked up to her and that she encouraged so many. Give me some examples of that, or maybe there's a story that you could share that kind of illustrates what you're talking about, so that those who are watching the show really understand, really get what that means.
Well, I can certainly begin with the six of us. There were three girls and three boys. All of us attended college. She made sure of that. Mom had her doctorate degree. I have my doctorate degree now. And my youngest sister has her doctorate degree. Mom always, when she came in contact with these youngsters, she's always asked them, now, what would you like to do when you go to college? That was her main outlay. And if they didn't have any reason, or they didn't know that they could certainly attend college, she made sure she had that conversation with them, each one of them. And let me tell you, Leon, those children are adults now. They've gone away to school. Now they have children, and they still come to the homestead. And I replicate what mom has done over the years and encourage these kids. That's how we share and care and give back to what they instilled in us as children. So that's why this legacy will continue.
And you mentioned that they're coming back. So the folks that were youngsters when
Yes,
they were talking with your mom, and I noticed two things in what you said. She apparently didn't say, are you going to college? It was, what are you going to study
that's right.
when you go, right?
That's
So
right.
that sets the tone right there.
That's right.
And then
That's
the other
right.
thing, you and I think you mentioned a sister, both have doctorates, and so did your mom. Tell us about that. What was your mom's doctorate in, and yours and your sister's?
Mom's doctorate was in education. It was also in theology, and she studied counseling. So even in her late age, she was marrying couples. In here in Florida, of course, you have to have 4 hours of marriage counseling. So I even saw her counsel these couples before they got married to make sure that the divine was a part of that sacred attempt that they were about to make.
Mhm.
When my youngest sister got her doctorate, she was the first African American female principal here in Jacksonville, Florida. And she was in her late 20s.
Wow.
I received my doctorate at the very end of retirement, but mom always said the sky was the limit. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and you have to stay focused. So even with me working full time, working in the tri-state area of New York, Washington, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, traveling every day, I knew that the end would come. So I thank and praise God for allowing me to share my story with these youngsters, because the sky is the limit and the opportunities are there. So I will continue fundraising and doing all that I can to make sure those that want to go to college will go to college, and we'll mentor them until completion.
Yeah. So you're mentoring through completion, and we're walking the talk, right? A lot of people
Absolutely.
say this is important. You should do this. You should do that. But as you look at the example that your mother set, the example that you set, the example that your sister and
Yes.
your other siblings have
Yes.
set, it's just not talk about it. It's, I did it. and let me
That's
show
right,
you how, and
Leon.
let me help you. Let me
That's
help
right.
you
That's
get there,
right.
right? That mentoring piece, and so often that's a very important part of it, right?
It
Is to
is.
have someone to talk to guide you through, to
It
give you
is.
and provide that correction too.
That's
That's
right.
when you're not afraid to say,
That's right.
no,
That's
that's
right.
not right. Let's get this, let's get it lined up here.
That's right.
And then, but you also mentioned God.
Oh yeah.
That was something that my mother, and my mom now is 93.
Wow.
And she has okay health. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
She struggles with hearing though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there are three things that mom always hears. One, if we're talking money, she doesn't have a hearing problem. Two, if we're talking education,
Oh yeah.
she does not have a hearing problem.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
number three is the Lord.
Yes.
See,
Yeah.
there's no, would you say, I can't hear you, come closer.
Sure.
And so as I think about that, and I think about the legacy that your mother has left, and that you are continuing, that there had to be times where your mother talked to those. You mentioned she studied theology, she provided counseling. I mean, what a great lady.
Yeah. Yes, she was.
Wow,
Yes, she
this is
was. Well, there is an old adage, and I constantly repeat it to myself daily. A passion, whatever it may be, it fuels action.
mm,
A passion fuels action.
mhm.
So we can't just give lip service. And we let the youngsters know you can talk about it, but we want to see some action here.
Mhm.
We want to see where you're going with it. Tell me how you're going to get to the end result.
Yeah.
Critical thinking is important early on.
Mhm.
So we don't want them to make any mistakes that we made.
Right. Yeah. So tell me this. First, let's make sure we give our viewers your website, because I'm sure there are folks now that have heard about what you do and the why behind it, but now they may want to donate and learn more about it. And so instead of having them wait till the end of the show, let's go ahead and do that now. Go ahead, and there's the website, it is right there. You go ahead and mention the website. Go ahead.
The website is located at www.mariebbsf.org.
All
That's
right.
www.mariebbsf.org.
All right. And you can go there and find more information about the scholarship fund, and also how students can get involved and apply for a scholarship, right? What
Absolutely.
is that process like? Walk us through that
Absolutely.
a little.
That's actually the application process along with the criteria and guidelines.
Mhm.
It's all on the website. The application process is electronic. You can complete the application. All of the attachments that we ask for are uploaded on that website, and it comes directly to the board of directors electronically. That's
Mhm.
www.mariebbsf.org.
All right. Now, if someone wants to go to the website and they want to make a donation, do they send the check somewhere? Is there a way they can do it online? Tell us, how can people give money to this great cause?
That's a great question. Let's talk about donations. Actually, there's a donate button on the website. You don't have to go anyplace else. We accept the donation click button on the website. It goes directly into a system that goes directly into the bank account. the Marie Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation. We also accept Cash App. We accept PayPal. We accept checks. The check address is on the website. It's Marie Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation, P.O. Box 66073. That's Jacksonville, Florida, 32208.
All right. So, however, someone wants to give, if they want to give, you have the option for them, right?
Absolutely.
There is no we don't take that. It can happen, right? So
It can happen. And
that's
these
great.
youngsters, you'd really be proud of them. We have one young man who is studying in Manchester, United Kingdom this semester.
Right.
He's a junior at Morehouse, and we are so proud of him. We knew when we interviewed him and accepted him into the foundation that he was going to hit the sky running, and he is.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That is wonderful to hear. Now he's in England studying, so this is his. I think the term they use is semester abroad, right?
Absolutely.
So
This is
he's
his.
there
And
studying.
how
That is
many
great.
students get that opportunity?
Right. Right. Yes,
We
that
will
is
make
great.
sure that what's offered, you are able to go and get it.
Hmm. That is great to hear. Now, how many students are in college now that are recipients of scholarships, and how many scholarships have you awarded through the program in the years it's been in existence?
It's been about 22 scholarships that we've awarded since the inception. But this past year, 2021, we sent 10, and that was the largest number. Well, the Lord said, if you want to double it for 2022, we will double it. So we are asking our viewing audience, if you want to make sure and give for a student to attend college and head forward on their educational journey, look no further. We are the foundation. That's the Marie Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation Incorporation.
Oh, this is great. This is great. Now, let's talk about you for a second. You have your doctorate's degree. Tell us about your other academic studies and what you did in professional life.
In my professional life, I graduated from high school at the age of 16, went right into college in a nursing program. I had my nursing license before the age of 20, and I began working. I had never worked before, past nursing boards. These senior nurses took this newbie under their wings and taught me the foundations of caring and sharing and loving and taking care of patients. So I was a nurse for many, many years, more than 45 years. And my patients, I know I will never see them again, but they will always remember Dr. Brenda, because I left a lasting impression. And even now, I don't take care of patients anymore administratively. I make sure that the facilities are in compliance with federal and state regulations. I make sure that they're taking care of patients with disseminated research that we give them. And it goes on and on and on. You're never finished until your journey is over. So my mom lived until she was 88 years old. My dad lived until he was 96 years old. So I'm hoping and praying that my genes allow me to work at least 30 more years taking care of people and making sure that my purpose is fulfilled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like you are doing it, continuing the legacy, but doing things even in what you're doing now to make sure that the hospitals and medical facilities are following the guidelines. That's benefiting people that you may not even meet.
Absolutely.
You don't meet all the patients in those hospitals. And how about those that work in the facilities now, that you are providing the right environment for them, the physical environment, to make sure that
Absolutely.
they're safe also. And so I think so often we miss the complete circle connection
Sure.
of the work that we do,
Sure.
right? That
Sure.
as a nurse, you've most likely, I mean, I know you did, you interacted with families. So it wasn't
Yes.
just the patient.
Yes.
So you
Absolutely.
provided support and encouragement and guidance for them. And so you've
Absolutely.
done a lot. And I hope that others recognize that in their roles, there's so many lives that we can touch. And I so admire you and your board for what you're doing here with the scholarship fund. This is just great, just great stuff. I really
Thank you,
appreciate what you're
Leon.
doing.
Thank you. This
Yeah.
platform is important, and you have the platform for a reason, and that's so that the public, your viewing audience, can become aware. This is like awareness week, so that they can see and hear that there's people still around that have that caring spirit
Mhm.
and that passion for our youth, because we're not here to stay. We got to pass that baton on.
Right.
And we know how tough the competition is. So we're doing our part in making sure that they're prepared for this work environment.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. One other thing that you and I talked about, I was telling you about an event that's taking place in April. Actually, our first one's taking place in February at Next Generation Conferences. If you go to nextgenerationconferences.com, and you were mentioning some things about you, and I was telling you things that we hope to do, and you said, well, how about me? I can be on that one, or at least that's what I heard. I don't know what you said, but I heard it that way. He said, I'll do. And so this isn't the only time we'll communicate, because we look forward to having you involved in the conferences that we have at Next Generation
Sure.
Conferences. And our first one is on February 25th on sport management. And so we're hoping that um, minority students attend to hear information from minorities
Sure.
in those professions. And so thank you for being open to help in that in the
Absolutely.
upcoming projects that we have. Let us have the website one more time, Brenda, so everybody can go there and drop a donation on you. Let us go ahead and give us that website one more
That's
time.
www.mariebbsf.org. That's www.mariebbsf.org. That's the Marie Barney Boston Scholarship Foundation.
All right. Now, something we didn't talk about, and we have 30 seconds left. Are you watching the Super Bowl? Are you a football fan?
I am a football fan.
Okay.
However, my team did not win so that they could be in the Super Bowl playoff.
Who's your team?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh
I
my.
lived in Tampa Bay for several years, and when
Okay.
my son was growing up, we had season tickets there. We enjoyed the Tampa Bay area, and we do
Okay.
get to go back very frequently. So
All right.
So
Well,
between the Bengals and the Rams,
uh-huh.
I have
Okay.
my very best friend lives in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I'm going to partner with her and see what the Bengals will do.
Okay. Now, those of us at the Leon Thomas and Associate team, we are pulling for the Rams because a friend of ours, his name is Jacques McClendon. He is the director of football operations for the Rams. He's been on participated in a virtual event that we managed, as well as he was interviewed by Jasmine Pollock, one of our students who has her own webcast. And so we're pulling for them because we want him to be the next guest on Jasmine's show. This will be her first time interviewing a Super Bowl winner.
That's great. That's great.
So, but it's always a good time to get family together. Super Bowls and events
it's
like
all
that,
good,
right?
and it's a lot of fun, right?
Exactly. Dr. Brenda Boston Hudson, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate your time, and thank you for what you're doing at the Scholarship Foundation. Thank you.
And I thank you, Leon, and your team. And I'd love to join you in the very near future. We made a perfect partnership, therefore, and I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Folks, my name is Leon Thomas. You just watched another episode of New Bizz Buzz. You can watch us every week on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks for joining us for New Bizz Buzz. Here we go.